Hey Chastity, how you going? This is going to be the second video today, and let's have a look what rainbowextract.com has to say about Astragalus. And I was talking about Astragalus a little bit in the previous video I just made you, where we went looking through gastritis herbs, association herbs, and Astragalus was one of them. And I was saying how astragaloside 4, a compound in astragalus obviously, is in the super pill 1 and 2, which is Ron Tiergarten, this guy's pill that he made, like a supplement, and it's like for longevity. And so the astragaloside 4 particularly stops the telomeres degrading on the end of the chromosomes, which basically is one major sort of very physical macro thing that we can tell to do with aging and our cells in the human body. So it's like it's a major thing, but you know, there's other things like cell senescence just in general, and environmental factors, and blah blah blah. There's a whole list of things that age us. Antioxidation is a big one. So another one is telomeres, and astragaloside apparently can help stop the degradation of that. So one major aging pathway. So let's have a look here, because it should be pretty well studied. I'm pretty sure it should be quite well studied. Let's have a look at what the bigger websites say first. You can always look into the hippie back websites who talk about the spirit of the plant after. I always do like to look what the big guys are saying about it, but then I definitely like to go elsewhere as well. Let's have a look at Healthline here, see what they say. Actually, before we do that, I just want to have a look into it. I want to have a look at the pictures here. So we'll open them in the background, but I want to have a look at the pictures here. I remember the yellow, that yellow one down there. This one here, when I used to look into it, that's how I remember it. So I'm pretty sure that's a good way to remember it. However, here is one with the pink as well. So you do get pink flowers. There's some of the root. And it can just be like ashwagandha powder. You'll end up just getting it like a white powder in a bag. Anyway, let's just have a look what it's good for. Oh, that root looks really good there, huh? Looks really wholesome there. It found Astragalus membranicus contains polysaccharides, saponins, flavonoids, amino acids, and other active components, especially the polysaccharides, which is multi-sugars, big long chain sugars, which can be healing. It's not just like, don't think of it like a sugar from, the shop in ice cream or something, some mono sugar. Polysaccharide is a really big long chain of them. What is going on here? I can't zoom out properly on this table. That's weird. Oh, okay, it's nothing much anyway. Alright, let's have a look here. What it says about it. Researchers have isolated 13 of the polysaccharides from the root and have used for tonifying Qui in TCM. Astragalus extracts is very much a tonic. See how they say tonifying? They very much use this as a tonic. It tonifies things, which is good. Tonifying is getting the right type of uniformity, and it's kind of like the opposite of mutagenic, you know. Chinese skullcap extract, so it's keeping all your stuff in its place and in its way that it should be, you know, kind of the opposite of mutagenic. Alright, so it can be used with Chinese skullcap as well, they're saying. I've not used skullcap myself, I've never had it, so I don't know about skullcap. It says here it can relieve seasonal allergy as well. Have some bitters in there for just that normal stuff. But see, there's a higher level of Astragalus, which is what I was talking about. Oh, here we go. We supply the Astragalus 4 and Astragalus polysaccharide powder. See how they've got a specific extract supplement, Astragalus 4? I told you. So Astragalus polysaccharide powder extracted from the herb Astragalus. Alright, so they sell both that. A saccharide and just the Astragalus 4 at Rainbow Biotech. This is rainbowextract.com. Enhance immunity for sure. It's like adaptogenic too. Resist fatigue, resist mutation. Well, there you go. That's what I was saying. Tonifying is like anti-mutagenic, and now they say resist mutation. I knew it. Protect the liver and inhibit osteoclasts. Wow, that's good. Even problems in the bone, you know. Modern experiments have proved that astragalus can reduce blood lipid, that is, reduce cholesterol and triglyceride, increase high-density lipoprotein, prevent cardiovascular, cerebrovascular diseases, such as arteriosclerosis, coronary artery disease, peripheral vascular disease, and hyperlipidemia. Astragalus 4 can significantly reduce blood glucose, glycosylated hemoglobin. Now that's an important point there, the glycosylated hemoglobin. And urinary protein means sticky, bad mucus. You can replace that little sentence with sticky, bad mucus. Glycosylated hemoglobin and urinary protein all is part of this, like the gack, the lacquer that builds up, the concretization, the coral reef in your joints. Right, this is all this one big mess. Right, that goes all the way into glycosylated hemoglobin and all the way to the other end to urinary proteins like oversaturation and, you know, that thicker sort of urine and stickier urine and stuff. Anyway, and can reduce AGEs in renal cortex and serum, suggesting that Astragalus 4 has antioxidant effects, inhibits aldose reductase, and mesangial cell proliferation. I won't pretend to know what that is. I don't know, a type of cancer or a tumor or something. Meningeal cells. Right. Something to do with the kidney. Okay. Alleviates renal hypertrophy. So if you've got renal problems, it's mentioned several times there. Interesting. Oh, Astragalus. Oh, no way. I really need to do just a video on each one of these. Oh, they've got hops extract. Nice. I've got the next few videos there for sure, because I'm going to look into each one of them, even the hawthorn extract. I can't believe they're talking about the hops extract. Remember, I mentioned that recently in a mini health consultation about the hops covering more than resveratrol, the red wine molecule, you know, the resveratrol and the anti-aging good molecule in red wine. Well, hops extract, if you put it on a chai part, sorry, a pie chart, a circular pie chart, you'll see that it can cover what resveratrol does, and then it has an extra section. So we're going to look into that. So yeah, I hope you guys learned about Astragalus, and we don't need to confuse anyone. I won't go into these other herbs down here, but look out for these videos because I've worked with Astragalus paniculata, and it is the most bitter thing that I've ever had. It's the most bitter herb, and I used to take it as a tea. So that's how hardcore at one time I was into, like, health and stuff. In like 2014 is when I was taking Astragalus. And that thing is like, if you get cancer, go to Astragalus, because it is hardcore. Out of all the herbs that I've ever had, this one here on the screen, this Astragalus, it's the most bitter herb that's out there. And it has some, like, it's just hyper healing. Like the way it touches your cells in your body, the astringency, oh, it's crazy. The tonifying, if we're going to talk about tonifying when we're talking about Astragalus, Astragalus. Anyway, we'll look into that one next time. Thanks a lot, Chastity.